Podcast, Spotify, Stitcher, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And if you're on Apple Podcasts, please give us a 5-star review so we can continue to give you the ish that we talk. And now that is out the way, I will not act like I'm on AM fucking radio. What the fuck's the deal? All of you ugly motherfuckers. What's poppin'? I'm here with you. We here together. We gonna make this shit pop. Lindsay, what the fuck is going on? My dog.
Like, what will be a breaking point for you where you just like, you know what? I'm out.
Right. Yeah, so I was about to say this is where we asked the audience.
Yeah.
So
you already
said cheating, right?
Yeah. Cheating.
Okay.
So
Anybody
you're
else?
not giving a pass or nothing like that.
There ain't no way.
That's no way.
Do it once and do it twice. There ain't no way. You would protect yourself.
So it's like if it's just cheating for her, like so is it cheating for you the same way too? Yeah. So like if you cheat, do you feel like I need to leave this relationship?
If I would ever cheat, I would leave you first.
You would you such a gentleman.
I do what I do.
You such a gentleman. That shit don't happen in real life, but you such a gentleman. Anything else?
In the moment.
In the moment.
That's different. I wouldn't be in the moment.
So you wouldn't put yourself in the moment. I got you.
Yeah. Like make it make sense. Like, cause what's the moment?
When I decide it's the moment, it's the moment.
Oh, okay.
If I never say to myself like, I should probably get out of here.
So like, do the whole time you just like, oh no, this cool. This ain't. We just chilling. She just want to rub my back. That's cool. Ain't nobody tripping. It's like, oh, okay. I mean, okay. Oh, all right. You ain't got to kiss my neck. That's okay. Cool. This is not the moment yet.
Not yet.
It's not the moment yet.
I didn't do it.
So it's like, now my pants is down. This is.
If she pulls them down.
Oh, this ain't the moment. This ain't the moment. This ain't the moment.
She did it.
This ain't the moment. So when is the moment? When you're done, you're like, yeah, this is the moment.
Just saying, bro. I'm like, I was supposed to go to the store. I was gone for 2 hours.
I had to go get my bro,
that's
right?
The moment, yep.
That's the moment.
That's the moment.
Okay, so that's your.
What you
So this is cheating for you. Like if she cheats, oh hell no. But like I just had to wait on the moment. Like no, that's ain't the moment. That wasn't the moment. No, she sucked my d- I didn't ask for it.
I don't say the words.
It's like no, I didn't know. You know when I feel something wrong, baby, I'm gonna just tell you the truth. When she was like, I was like, maybe it's time for me. Ain't no restaurateur gonna run up on Keith Lee. Let's just end that shit right there. Y'all talk a lot of shit, but y'all not about to run up on. Ain't nobody about to run up on him, slap no food out his face, and tell him, bitch, what? Like that's just not gonna happen to you in no way, shape, possible.
So Saucy Santana got in on it. He pretty much was like, tag me in. And he snapped on DJ Academics and told him to pull up. He was like, go to my page. We got all kinds of bookings. We outside. Come pull up at one of the bookings. You know, and I'll beat your motherfucking ass.
Saucy Santana just doesn't look like the homosexual man that you gonna hit, and he looked like that dude off of Low Down Dirty Shame. He ain't about to grab his face and be like, "Oh, Bernard,
him, you slut, Bernard."
He about to beat the dog shit out of you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. And I'm laughing because it's gonna be so funny because you're gonna see a dude massively beating the shit out of a man with an open fist, and you gonna hear bitch.
What's up, everybody? This is the Wish That We Talk. I am Lily. I am the black smoking, joint toting, bad MFer that you see. Minus the chin hair, but I'm growing it back. You know, I don't want to look like the dude that is looking at your 16-year-old daughter like, you know, you could go places. I want to end up like
I don't want you to either.
I am with. I will never. I raised nieces.
Right.
You know, I've been a uncle ever since I was 7. I would never look at your children that way.
That goes without saying, but yeah.
I raised fine individual women too. Like, I don't get it twisted. I am with the do all be all. One of the greatest women I've ever been in the atmosphere with, and I can honestly say that with no lie. I have learned and I have grown with this young woman right here. Give it up for the boss of all bosses, the queen de la creme, Lindsay.
Hi, everyone. Thanks for the great intro. I sound awesome.
Oh, you are.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Yeah, we have a couple people watching as well. Derek says, hey, hey, hey. And
What up?
Beckerman says, you should keep it shaved. Think how much faster you'll be able to swim.
Beckerman, I swear, as a minority member, see, the world doesn't know Becker like I know Becker. As a minority member, you are the most racist person I've ever met in my life. And he shouldn't be. Like, he should not be. When you meet Becker, because he's asked to be on this podcast, we're gonna have him.
Yeah.
When we have him on the podcast, you're gonna be like, why do you act like this?
Like, what is going on? Fill me in. I need the backstory.
His backstory is amazing though.
Right.
It is every bit of someone who climbed the fence and made something out of their self. Okay. And I'm talking about Mexicans right here. I'm not. I'm because Becker is. That's what Becker is. He is every bit of someone who have crossed the border, made something for himself, and act like he doesn't know these niggas. That's exactly what he is.
He said, you cannot sit with us.
Yeah. Right. Get your poor ass away from me.
Right. He pours. Yeah. You can't. I can't. That is hilarious.
Like, every time you want to feel happy for him, he'll tell you about his life of privilege, and you be like, you know what? Fuck you.
Right. Right. That is funny. Wow.
You know, he'll tell you a story about how he was a nerd and nobody really liked him, and then he'll turn around and tell you like, yeah, I just start throwing away socks because I got tired of I don't wash clothes, so I just start buying socks. Then I start throwing my old socks away. Like, this is like, I don't wash socks. This is the dude I'm talking about. He'll wear socks once, and then he'll throw them away and buy more socks.
That is so.
He almost lost. He almost lost a girlfriend doing that shit.
Because it's such a waste. Like, what's wrong with the socks? Was he walking?
They're used.
Oh, God. All right. Tamika's also here. She says, what's up, y'all? Hey, Tamika.
What up, Tamika?
So, yeah. Beckerman says, who's got time to roll the Mexican?
This is the guy. One of my fondest workplace associates. I love this man to death because of the stories he gives me. I swear to God. And he is such a degenerate.
OMG. Yeah. Yeah, we definitely gonna have to get him on the show.
Oh yeah, he wants to so bad. He like, and he asked like, "Can I be? When are you gonna let me be a guest?" I'm like, "Whenever,
right?
Whenever you're ready, I'm gonna send you the link, nigga."
Right. Yeah, we have to talk. So yeah. So this has legit nothing to do with nothing, but I figure I should just throw this random piece of information out because I found this out today. Did you know that you can climb the pyramids?
No, I did not know that. Beckerman, did you know that? Because that sounds like some shit that you have done before.
That has never even came across my mind to do. Like,
me either. I just thought you looked and took pictures.
That's what I thought. But yeah, people climb the pyramids. They say you can go up like 3 bricks. Like they allow you to go up 3 bricks. And if you go up more, it's illegal. But if you really try to climb them, you can like get up to like 3 years in prison.
Like, what's the point of even giving you the opportunity then? Like,
they said the bricks are huge. Like the picture I saw today, they went up there. Like as far as they went up there, they gonna get prison time. But I guess it's worth it for the pictures.
I'm saying, then, if they give you the opportunity to climb, how are they gonna give you a limit though?
Because they said that like if they have a whole bunch of people climbing them and stuff like that, it can mess up the pyramid. Because like wear and tear, erosion, all kinds of stuff like
then
that.
Don't have niggas climb the fucking
That's
pyramid.
what I'm saying. Like either you do it or you don't. I would just be scared it'd be a bunch of people trying to commit well, I can't say that word, but
yeah, they're trying to unalive themselves.
Yeah, that's what I would be afraid of. But or do it on accident,
Yeah, I just wouldn't have them do it.
Yeah. Beckerman says, yeah, but you gotta watch out for the scam artists, basically surrounded by carnies.
Carnies.
What are carnies?
Beckerman can tell you what carnies are. Carnies, for me, is basically like carnivals. That's where carnies come from. Like the weird niggas.
Oh, okay. But yeah, I found that out today. I just thought I'd throw that random piece of information out there just in case you happen to be in Egypt and you swing past the pyramids, you can climb them.
Well, as a non-millionaire, that probably won't happen anytime soon.
Right. Hey, we can make it happen though for a fraction of the cost.
Now,
Beckerman says, like carnival workers, everything is a hustle at the pyramids. Oh, okay. Yeah, I did hear that too. Like it's a lot of hustling going on there, which would make sense. It's a tourist attraction.
I'm just not gonna allow. I mean, it being a tourist attraction, even if I was there doing whatever, I'm just not gonna allow you to climb on this motherfucker unless you can actually climb on this motherfucker.
I'm just not gonna allow you to climb. Period. Point blank. Go climb a mountain. Lead a pyramid.
Yeah, like if that was a thing to climb the pyramids, all right, whatever. But like, it's not sanctioned to do it, so you're not about to be like, I'm about to climb right here. I'm gonna be like, nah, nigga, I'm about to call the police.
Right. Right. I wouldn't even let you get close enough. Like, I've been to the Mayan ruins and there was like nobody with us that was like, "Ooh, I want to climb it." Like there was nothing like that. So it's like that's the closest I've been to that. I mean, that's like pyramid adjacent.
These parkour niggas have lost their goddamn mind.
I know, right?
Like, yeah, they thinking they can just slide off this shit like a regular building. Pyramid was built on an equation that we can never figure out.
Right, exactly. They
Like,
trying to get on that mug and slide down like it's that Detroit slide that's been fucking up everybody since
yeah. You gonna fuck around and you gonna try to parkour off a fucking pyramid and break your goddamn back, nigga. Like,
right.
What are you thinking?
Man, oh man, I was outdone because I just knew the picture was Photoshop. But then when I went to the comments, there were so many people that was like, "Yeah, I did it," and blah blah blah, and I'm like, "What? Excuse me?" So yeah,
I just don't understand why you would ever go to jail for anything that's not gonna get you money. And I'm sorry if I embarrass anybody in my family for saying this, but I'm gonna just be 100. I've never done anything that would guarantee me prison time unless I was actually getting a financial return from it.
Yeah.
So that is just ridiculous to me.
Yeah. I'm not trying to clown them bitches. It looked like it hurt. If I were to fall, it looked like it would hurt very much so. Again,
the pyramids was built on an equation that no one has ever figured out yet.
Yeah.
They cannot remake the pyramids. So that means that equation is not solved.
It says nobody questions how the Mexican pyramids got built. No blaming aliens, just Mexican labor. I have heard something about the Mexican pyramids. That's the Mayan ruins that I went to. What I heard was that it was Africans that built it.
I heard it was the Moors.
Yeah. So that's all I heard. Yeah.
Either way it goes, Beckerman.
That's all I got.
Yeah, either way it goes, Beckerman. You totally just not being a part of your brotherhood. Either way it goes, these are equated. Pyramids are made on such a structure where they haven't been created again.
Yeah.
So again, this is an equation that we have still not figured out as a people to this day.
That's wild, ain't it?
That's super wild.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like the blueprint got buried with King Tut, I guess. I don't know.
Nah, they tore his pyramid up, and they still didn't find the blueprint.
They still didn't, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh shit, I don't know. I don't know, but yeah, that was just your random fact that you can share at the water cooler at work. So yeah. So, are you ready to get into these topics?
Let's get into these topics.
All right, so
hold on, time out before you do that, because what the intro doesn't do, it's represent Twitch. Hello, Twitch.
It doesn't. Yep.
We are also on Twitch.
We definitely are.
How you doing?
We are. Yes. Shout out to Twitch. So, excuse me. So yeah, excuse me. Let's go on ahead and talk about this Jason Whitlock versus Stephen A. Smith. So Stephen A. Smith is a sports commentator. Jason Whitlock is pretty much the same thing. If that name sounds familiar, it's because he used to write for the Kansas City Star. He also wrote for the Pitch as well. And then he moved to TV, and he's been in certain circles where he is pretty much on TV being a coon. Yeah. And I tried to find a better word.
There's no way. We didn't like him here. Nobody liked him here.
You know, I wouldn't go that far. To say I don't think we knew how bad he was when he was here because he was just writing for the most part.
I'm going to say nobody in my generation that actually like listen to sports commentating like Jason Whitlock. Only because and I'm only I can only speak for me in general. Jason Whitlock here, writing for the Kansas City Star, being a part of the pitch, and then he had a segment on Fox for a minute. It didn't last long. But nobody liked him because he never ever bigged up any black player of anything.
Yeah.
And so we didn't like him for that.
Yeah. Right. He was extremely critical. But what I will say about him, this is probably going to be the only positive thing that you may hear somebody say about Jason Whitlock, was that he did an interview with Tech Nine around the time that Killer came out, and it was for the pitch, and it was such a good interview. It made me buy Killer. So I will say that about him. Like, whatever he did in that article, it was great. So great that I bought Killer, because I hadn't bought a Tech Nine album in I don't know how many years.
The only thing about that is I will say I will ride off of Stephen A with this one.
Yeah.
You are a great writer.
Yeah.
You don't want to put your fucking face in front of the camera.
Yeah. Yeah. So okay, so let me get back to that. So Jason Whitlock, once he, started being on TV and whatnot, he started really putting a face to all the negative things that he would be saying about athletes and whatnot. Then he started moving over into just pop culture as a whole, saying all kinds of disparaging things and whatnot. So, of course, the conservative media that likes to come after liberals or, unjust things, they loved him because he was a black face that was agreeing with them to make them feel that they weren't racist with the shit that they were saying, because they had a black face agreeing with them and whatnot. So he's also burnt a whole lot of bridges in the sportscaster community, and he also comes after a lot of people. One of them being Stephen A. Smith. Now, outside of maybe what you feel about Stephen A. Smith, one thing you cannot deny when it comes to him is that he is great at what he does. You know what I'm saying? So,
yes, sir.
And he's just now getting into like the pop culture thing within the last couple of years or whatnot, because for the most part he's kept it to sports. But now he has a show on YouTube, and he took to his show this past week to go on ahead and let Jason Whitlock have it. And boy, did he let him have it for 40 days and 40 nights. He called him everything but a child of God.
You fat bastard.
Right. He called him so many fat bastards.
You bitch.
He called him a piece of shit. He called him a bitch. He called him Cain. He said that was the worst one out of all of them, was Cain. Which I'm not gonna disagree. Yeah. So you can only push somebody for so long before they just have had it with you. You know what I'm saying? So I cannot be mad at him because sometimes you can only take the high road for so long, to where you got to go on ahead and step off your pedestal for a second and go on ahead and, lay hands and feet on a person and then climb back up to your pedestal and go on about your day. I feel like that was what Stephen A. Smith did, He also he also name dropped a lot throughout his monologue about the situation with between him and Jason Whitlock. He name dropped a whole lot of people who can't stand him, basically, and how he's burnt a whole lot of bridges, and how he's currently at the Blaze because nobody else will hire him. You know, because he's burnt so many bridges. Yeah.
Yeah, and shout out to the Blaze. I'll ride off Stephen A on that too. Like, you know, shout out to the Blaze for being who they are, but we're not discussing it.
Right.
We're talking about the deplorable individual that I know people in my city despised when he was here and after he left.
Yeah. It seemed like he got like 100 times worse after he left.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. He Stephen A. Smith said he's gone after him for like the past 10 years. You know, and it's just, you know, it's just what it is. Like he had it. He was over it. I'm not mad at him, not one bit. You know, he said that he had to call people and apologize ahead of time, letting them know. He called his pastor. He called some of his family members. He called who does he work for? ESPN. He called ESPN. Yeah. Even though ESPN don't have shit to do with his podcast, but he called them ahead of time to let them know, like, hey, I'm about to do this. So, yeah.
I hate to be on my mace. And when I say on my mace, I hate to be the person that says that things are gonna happen before they happen.
Mm-hmm.
But I will say, I told y'all, the year of 2024
is
going to be the year of receipts.
Yeah.
And we are seeing this. I said it, I spoke it into existence. And we're seeing it happen. We've seen Katt. I put the disclaimer out there, and now we see Stephen A. stepping out of character to talk about a fat bastard ass bitch that should have been talked about a long time ago.
Yeah. 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 And
I had receipts.
He had receipts, proof,
I told y'all.
Screenshots, like he had it all.
This the year of receipts. I told y'all. Niggas gonna start pulling receipts on you niggas.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Like motherfuckers is fed up. They fed up. And I'm not mad. I'm not mad. You know what I'm saying? I'm not mad one bit. Because it's only so long that you can walk in silence. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? It's only so long. You know, and you lucky you got it after 10 years. I don't know if I would have been able to last 10 years.
He went a long time not saying nothing. That's why I really liked how he really set that shit up. Like, man, you know, I talked to my pastor, I talked to my nigga. When you get to those type of levels, I ain't saying everybody does that. I'm gonna say put this in your perspective.
Mm-hmm.
When you get to a level, when you start telling niggas, like, hey man, I done told y'all, I don't fuck with dude. Dude just gotta not put my name in his mouth. And when dude put my name in his mouth, I gotta say something. I ain't gonna act crazy. I ain't gonna shoot his mama house up. But that nigga gotta address this shit.
Yeah.
That's what it is. It's exactly what it is. That ain't got nothing to do with a nigga being tough. That ain't got nothing to do with a nigga having street cred. That ain't got nothing to do with a nigga always regulating. That got 100% to do with a man being a man. After a while, man, listen, I'm not gonna let you keep doing that. At one point, you're gonna start influencing my motherfucking kids with the bullshit you talking about. And I ain't got time for that shit, my nigga.
Yeah.
After a while, I'm gonna start saying something. I'm not gonna keep on letting. Again, put this in perspective. You are not gonna keep letting a motherfucker say some dumb, bummy ass shit about you in front of everybody, and you just letting it ride. After a while, one or two people are gonna start believing this bummy ass shit.
Yeah.
And I ain't got time to do that. Like Katt Williams said, at one point we got to stop letting liars make the fucking narrative about us.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. You know, it's his chickens coming home to roost. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's already been feeling it, you know, because for you to be the most hated person in sports for the most part, like, I can't think of nobody else that's more hated. Can you?
And see, that's the thing. I'm a ride off of Stephen A with that too, because it's the thing. To be the most hated nigga in sports, the athlete's supposed to hate you because of the interviews that you come out with. It's not supposed to be your industry.
Right. Your colleagues.
Yeah. Your colleagues are supposed to love everything you do.
Right.
Your colleagues are supposed to be like, shit, I wish I did a interview like Jason Whitlock. Your colleagues don't want to be, you're a cancer, my nigga.
Yeah.
Like, and I hate to be that kind, but I'm just gonna keep it totally 100. Cause you know, I'm just one of those people. If don't nobody know, I'm say this right here. I don't want to never disrespect nobody from the town. I don't want to never disrespect nobody from the town. I don't want to disrespect nobody from the state. I always say, man, I can't downplay Missouri. Because that's the state I'm from.
Yeah.
But damn, my nigga, sometimes you gotta call a spade for a spade. Nigga, you are a cancer.
Yeah.
We didn't like you here. The city drove you away. Like when you was jumping on every, like for a minute he was doing everything, and he was on he jumped on ESPN, he jumped on Fox for a little bit, and everybody was like, hey, this nigga over, didn't nobody root for this nigga? We wanted him to fail.
We wanted him out of here.
Yeah, we wanted him to fuck out of here. We got tired of this nigga always downplaying black athletes.
Yeah. Yeah, like it's crazy. It's crazy that I'm just like, how can you sleep at night, you know, with this purposely being your agenda? Because it's not like it's a fluke. Like, you're purposely doing this stuff. And then you're speaking ill on dead people on top of that. Like, I did just to do the thumbnail, just putting in his name just to get an image. Some negative shit came up about him talking about a couple of people that passed away. And it was just like, damn, what is wrong with you? What is wrong with you?
That's just a disrespectful nigga that he is. He tried to save face a couple of times. But all that shit don't, know what I'm saying? It doesn't resonate to a lot of people, including myself, because I know how bad you talk about black athletes. And that's the thing that bothers me. And you know what? I'll take that back. I'll scratch that off. I ain't even gonna talk about that. I'm gonna talk about how it bothered Stephen A so much that he refused to work with this nigga before any of this even started.
Yeah. He said he got it in his contract. That's wow.
That means you are a cancer. Like you can't do nothing. If it ain't white, it ain't right to you.
Right. Right.
And that's why it got so sour that everybody else didn't want to deal with you. Come on, man. You couldn't get nobody in ESPN to do an interview with you. Mm-hmm. Nobody. Not even Skip. You wouldn't even Skip refused to do some shit with you.
Yeah. 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 He's radioactive. Like, don't nobody want to touch him. You know, except for those extreme conservative places that just need, like I said earlier, they just need a black face to make themselves feel better about their racist views. They just need a black face that's gonna agree with them, and he's that for them.
Or not downplaying Blaze TV. You just need somebody who can bring numbers that you wouldn't bring in before. Yeah. But those numbers are still fucking small.
Yeah.
That's the thing. That's you know, it was a lot of things that Stephen A. Smith said that resonated with me and made a lot of sense. You've been doing this for a while, and Stephen A. only been doing it for 9 months, and he's able to surpass you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
And
yeah. Because there's
start getting views is when you start talking about Stephen A. or every other black person. Like that. Like what lane are you in? Like, you know what I'm saying? When are you ever going to be in the situation where it's not about the minuscule money that you're getting? Because as a non-millionaire, I understand that I'm never going to sell my soul to talk about other black people in a diminishing way.
Right. Well, you gonna ride that non-millionaire to the end, ain't you?
Yeah, that was my favorite thing. That was my favorite thing about reading that. I love that because it made so much sense. Because you're right. You're 100% right. I am a non-millionaire with this argument. I have no idea what it is to actually lose a significant amount of money like that way. I just know what it's like to lose money, period.
Right. Right. If I'm losing $20, I'm pissed and everybody gonna hear about it. Like, everybody empty your pockets.
Yeah.
Who stole my $20? But yeah.
Something gotta come up, nigga.
Right.
I put $5 on this counter. $5 better show the fuck up.
Right. We lifting couch cushions and all. I'm leaving with my $20. So,
fact.
But yeah, but that legit is inside. Nobody know what the hell we're talking about.
No, but even in that though,
right?
Even in that though, I'm not gonna sell my soul for that fucking $20. Right. I'm not gonna continue to downplay niggas that can do something that I can never do.
Mm-hmm. Right. Exactly. And that's the part that's crazy. That's the part that's crazy. It's like you're in a field commentating on people that you probably don't have no athletic capability to compete with. You know what I'm saying? But yet you feel so comfortable to have this opinion. And you continue to have the opinion. And you just don't care. I'm just like, really, how do you sleep at night knowing what you're doing? And it's okay, and you're just okay with what you're doing. You continue to do it
because that little bit amount of money is comfortable for him. I mean, it's a whole one of those things, man. It's hard to crack the code on individuals, period. But it's just some things that all of us grow accustomed to. I can only speak for myself. I can't speak for everybody else, but I know. I mean, even with my brand that I have and doing this podcast that I have, and everything that's going on, I still have to wake up every morning and go to a job. So all of us in this, you know what I'm saying, in this time frame has somebody, I guess, quote unquote, like my mama used to say, that we all got to bow down to.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, I still got to bow down to this job. The thing that I will never do for this job is downplay who I am.
Mm-hmm.
And Jason Whitlock has done that millions of times. And I hate to say it like that, but that is the reason why we're even talking about him. That's the reason why he is actually able to be on Blaze TV, or even for Stephen A to even talk about, is because he is a person who has downplayed every person that looks like him for years.
Yeah.
For years, as an individual who does nothing but run his mouth and could never do the things that other people can do, including writing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I mean, like I said, this is the year of receipts. Stephen A brought up a lot of receipts. One thing he brought up was it was niggas. The reason why shit didn't last at ESPN because niggas refused to write for him.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna write for you.
Right. I mean, it's a crazy situation, but yeah, Stephen A basically handed him his ass, and it was a good video to watch. Yeah, but you know he's not gonna just let that shit ride. He's gonna ride on that, but yeah. But as far as Stephen A. Smith is concerned, he's done with it, and I hope that is true. I hope he doesn't come back. I hope it's not a back and forth thing. I don't foresee it being a back and forth thing, but I hope it's not. You know?
I don't think he is. I mean, even the people that Jason Whitlock is gonna touch. I hate to say it. Nah, I don't hate to say it. Nah, everybody that Jason Whitlock is gonna touch is a bunch of fucking undercover ass racists, and most of them that got sense ain't gonna view that shit.
Yeah.
So he gonna get a couple million views.
Oh yeah.
But he ain't gonna get what he think he gonna get, cause them niggas like to stay in the background. You dumbass Uncle Tom.
Right. Or Sambo.
Yeah, you still gonna be in the same boat. You are going to be getting shinlings thinking you're comfortable, and these niggas are going to actually be comfortable living off the bullshit that you spew.
Right. And he's so not respected that his whatever he says is not going to make that big of a difference or impact or anything like that. So,
he got to go on a whole humble tour.
Yeah. Right.
The only way niggas gonna fuck with Jason Whitlock is he go on a whole humble tour.
Yeah, but his ego would never allow that.
Nah, and his neck.
Right. But yeah, so that's that on that. So shout out to Stephen A. for
shout out to Jason Whitlock.
Yeah. Shout out
to Jason Whitlock for being the deplorable black man that you are. It lets us know that all of us ain't with each other. You know, like the old saying says, just because you blood don't mean you family.
Right. All skin folk ain't kin folk.
All skin folk ain't kin folk.
Yeah. So speaking of some more kinfolk, skin folk, or whatever the fuck, whatever you want to put on them. Yeah. So still going off of this whole Katt Williams interview that we did, or that he did, that just set the world ablaze. Katt Williams has done another interview with Willie D. So shout out to Willie D for getting that interview. He also interviewed Mark Curry. However, Katt Williams has also signed on Miss Torrei Hart to be one of his opening comedians for his next tour. Now, if you don't know who Torrei Hart is, that is the ex-wife and the mother of 2 of Kevin Hart's children. That is the wife that he was with on the come up, and the wife that he spoke about in, I want to say, the What Now comedy special. Also the wife that he cheated on with his current wife. So yeah, she announced it on her Instagram page a few days ago that she will be one of his opening acts for his next tour. And some people have mixed thoughts about that. TMZ did catch up with Kevin Hart and asked him what his opinion was, and he just said that he hopes for the best for everybody. I don't feel no ways tied by this. I think it's an excellent opportunity for her. She is a comedian in her own right. And when Kevin was on the come up, she was one of the people that was assisting him with writing his jokes. So, yeah. So she actually was with him shooting in the gym.
Yeah.
So, what are your thoughts behind this news? Because there are mixed thoughts behind this. So.
I want to be 100% clear when I say this.
Okay.
You cannot, and I repeat, you could not leave your baby mama out in the wilderness because you don't know what's going to you don't know what's going to happen. You think she's going to fall out, but some way, somehow, she matched up with a bear. And this bear has a fucking grudge against you. That ain't your baby mama fault, my nigga. That's your fault. This is the thing I want niggas to understand. I have a lot of sisters. I have a lot of cousins. I have a lot of nieces. I have a lot of women in my family, and I've seen things happen. What I've seen is in this situation with Torrei and Kevin Hart is you didn't everything you was doing, you wouldn't trying to help her along the way. And what ended up happening is a nigga that you don't fuck with seen the opportunity and grabbed onto it. You can't be mad at that. What you got to do is make sure she can't say nothing that demolishes your career. That's it. That's it. That's all. Other than that, I mean, because this is not a thing. This is not like a real life scenario where, hey, this nigga shot up my auntie house and killed my cousin, and now you fucking this nigga. No, this is a situation where you're a comedian, she a comedian. You have never gave her, I can't say never because I don't know. But I will say you haven't put her on a tour or in the arenas you was doing. But
not one time.
Not one time. But Katt Williams guarantees every artist, and I'll call them artists, but they're comedians. Every artist that he's around, he makes sure that they make $300,000 a tour.
Mm-hmm.
You don't think she gonna jump on that? You crazy.
Right. Yeah, that's what my thing is, because not only does Kevin Hart go on tour and he has people that open up for him, I mean, i.e. the Plastic Cup Boys, that's what they are. Those are his opening acts. So it's like, and on top of that, like, you are known for putting people on. We have known of Torrei Hart for years as being a comic. You never thought that it would be appropriate to at least get her own 30-minute special, but you do that for other comics? You have no problem with doing that for other comics. You have no problem with putting other people on. Like Little Rel, he did his special back years ago, and that special was fucking hilarious. The Plastic Cup Boys had a special. Like, you got this multi-million-dollar deal with Netflix. You didn't think about your wife one time, or did you?
Your baby mama.
And the ex-wife /
At
baby
this
mama.
point, you call her your baby mama.
Okay, whatever you want to call her. The lady that was shooting in the gym with you.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So she got a lot of titles. She wore a lot of hats, and like, I just don't. I mean, or was there a conversation that you did try to put her on, and she was like, "I'm gonna do it myself"? I mean, that could possibly have been the case, because I just really don't get why he would not have put her on.
Yeah, and even if that was the case, he still can't get mad at this.
Yeah. Glenn is watching. He says, let's put some respect on her name. That's his ex-wife. I agree. His ex-wife. So yeah. Yeah, like I don't know. I mean, it's weird. It's weird that you never tried to put her, as far as we can see. He's never tried to put her on.
I mean, because even was she even in the Real Housewives house husbands of Hollywood?
No, that was an act. That was like fake reality. That was scripted.
That's what I thought. Like,
yeah.
But if you're gonna offer a bag, why not offer a bag?
Yeah. I mean, they've done petty shit, back and forth, because she was on Atlanta Exes, and it was a reality show on VH1, and it was a spinoff from Hollywood Exes. So, like, the day it premiered was the same day he proposed to his current wife. So it was like, okay, like, y'all really on some petty shit. But this is the killer part about that. Like, he's the reason for the demise of their marriage. He's the one that stepped out and cheated. Like, and again, with his current wife. He did it with his current wife, allegedly, but nonetheless. So I don't know. But
right,
from what we can see is that he's never put her on. And now somebody with a huge ass opportunity. I mean, you can say it's petty. You can say it's just. Either way it go, it's happening. You know what I'm saying?
Only thing I would say about this is, just as a man, and I'll chime on it again. Boom. As a non-millionaire, I will say this. Make sure that the woman that you are with is not paying attention to the actions that you are doing. Or, let me just be realistic about that. Start changing up the actions that led to this situation, because the next woman is not going to be so easily cast away.
Mm-hmm.
So this one is not going to be easily cast away. You got 2 kids by her, like you got 2 kids by the first baby mama. You got away scot-free this time.
Yeah.
Like, with the first baby mama, you got, I think he paid her like $100,000 and then child support, even though he was worth multi-millions of dollars.
I don't know how much he got. I don't know how. I know he made way more after they got divorced, but I don't know how much she got.
Right. Yeah. No. I think, and you know, I have to fact check this, but I think she got like $100,000, and then child support.
Oh shit! He would have had to pay me alimony. I wouldn't have cashed out. He would have had to pay me.
I think that's all she got, because I remember her having an interview where she was like, she blew that $100,000 in a year.
Yeah, $100,000 ain't a lot of money. That is not a lot.
Well, $100,000 is a lot of money. It's not a lot of money when you are accustomed to a certain way of living.
$100,000 is not a lot of money.
$100,000 is a lot. Do you have $100,000 right now that you can show me?
I might not have it now, but I just got me a check. Hey.
Again, exactly. So $100,000 is a lot of money for someone who does not live in that type of level. If you live on that type of level, yeah, I can get you $100,000. $100,000 ain't a lot of money to them.
$100,000 is not a lot of money though.
$100,000 is a lot of money. It should be. I'm not saying it is, but it should be.
No.
A lot of money, especially to a person who didn't earn that $100,000. It should be a lot of money to you. I'm not saying how fast you spend it. You can spend. I watch Schoolboy Q spend $1 million in a day. So I'm not saying how fast you spend it, but we're not gonna act like $100,000 ain't a lot of money to somebody that doesn't have $100,000.
But look at it like this: like $100,000 is a car. That's a Range Rover.
But that's a car you're not buying. That's a car you're not buying if you're not used to that type of money. Okay, Lindsay, what I'm trying to get you to understand is, for people of certain means, like you said last time, it's levels to this shit.
It is levels to this shit.
It's levels to this shit.
And we're not
$100,000. $100,000 to certain people in certain levels is a lot of money. So we're not going to act like it's not.
It's not.
Lindsay, again, you keep saying that. I'm telling you in a demographic term. Understand this. You are saying $100,000 is not a lot of money. At the same time you're saying that, you are not telling me that you can just show me $100,000.
I can't, because I blow this shit on stuff because it's not a lot of money.
That doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. What you're not understanding is the person that doesn't have $100,000, period, never seen $100,000, period, that's a lot of money to them. This is what I'm trying to get you to understand. People that cannot grab $100,000 whenever they want to, and this is something that I want to tell the audience, because a lot of us are super ass dreamers. But I'm going to keep it as a person who actually have touched $100,000. I can actually tell you that if you have seen this and you have never seen any type of money, that is a lot of money to you. Period.
So when you say you ain't seen no money, are you talking about like somebody that you just hand $100,000 to that's like living off the street or something? Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm talking to the individuals that are listening to us right now, that their net gross are between $45,000 and $55,000. Y'all ain't seen just 100 flat out. That's what any.
So your net gross, if your net gross is 55, so your net gross is half of. Okay, let's say your net gross is half that.
Yeah.
You're not living high off the hog.
You're not.
You're not.
So $100,000 is a lot of money.
But you're still not going to be able to live high off the hog with double your gross.
I'm not saying you're supposed. I'm not. Listen. Again, I'm not saying
You
you're
will be
supposed to.
extremely far away from living high off the hog.
I'm not saying you're supposed to. What I'm saying is we cannot downplay or diminish what $100,000 is. Now, because we got to get back on subject. Now, at the same token, for Torrei Hart, that was disgusting to give her only $100,000.
Yes.
That was disgusting. I will say that because she has lived a life where $100,000 was easy to get. So I understand that. But I'm saying in a real life term, we're not going to act like $100,000 is not a lot of money to certain people.
I'm a average person. An average person. $100,000 is still not a lot of money. I'm sorry. It's not. It's not. To me. But let's see what the comments are saying. Glenn says he's still bitter about the split. And he also says, hopefully Q bought a brush for his nappy ass beard. LOL. I don't know who Q is.
Schoolboy Q definitely did not.
All right. And then Tamika says $100,000 is a lot of money. However, with the cost of living right now, it definitely won't last a long time unless you invest it properly and not spend it on cars, homes, clothes, trip, etc. I get both sides. Yeah,
exactly. I get it. Like I said, as a person that touched $100,000 before, I understand that. But I'm not gonna act like, because I don't have $100,000 right now, and I'm not gonna act like $100,000 wasn't a lot of money for me. But that is because I've never seen that much. I'm not talking about Torrei Hart. Torrei Hart has seen that nigga Kevin make millions. So yeah, that was egregious for her to get.
Yeah, but even on the average scale, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're not going to get a decent house in Lee Summit for $100,000.
You're definitely not.
Yeah, you can only go so far with $100,000 is what I'm saying. Even and then like if it's in a settlement like that, you gotta pay for your lawyer, so the lawyer's taking it off top. You know what I'm saying? So then you gotta figure out your life with the remainder of the money. Like, again, $100,000 ain't going that far.
Again, I understand that. Like that's why I understood that she spent it within a year. What I'm saying is, put you in the same token. Say if you was fucking with a nigga and a nigga called you one day and was like, I ain't fucking with you no more, and dropped you $100,000. Are you gonna say that ain't a lot of money?
I'm gonna say thank you. But I'm not gonna be like, okay, drinks are on me at the club. I'm not gonna do that.
But again, I'm just asking that. I'm just gonna ask that question because I'm just saying, like, now for her in that situation, I understand we can root for her and say, no, she should have got a lot more money.
But I'm not even if it wasn't them. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm looking at it from my perspective and how much an average person makes. You know what I'm saying? Like, an average person can make a fraction of that, right?
Lindsay,
but there's not
$100,000 a year. This is the only question I'm gonna ask, and then I ain't gonna say nothing else. Do you make $100,000 a year?
Close.
Cool, because I make close to it too. So
that's
if you got $100,000,
that's not a lot.
Again, because it's not. But when you calculate everything, because you end up going home around, I ain't gonna talk my finances. What I'm saying is,
okay, we're not going there. Yeah,
that ain't go home money. But what I'm saying is, on paper it say that, but it don't say that.
And paper looks awesome.
Yeah,
it looks very good.
What I'm saying is, if someone was just to say, "Boom, here go 100," you not gonna act like that as little money. You ain't gonna look at these people and be like, That ain't a lot of money. That's one day. That's one day I just got 100.
Of course, I'm not gonna be like that. Ain't nothing. That's
exactly
$2 in a bucket. I'm not gonna act like that. No, because they could give me nothing because I'm what? Not the wife. So.
We're not gonna go there today.
We're not going there, right? But what I'm saying is that like in a regular person's life, like if somebody just not randomly, but if somebody were to split from me and they were to give me $100 or 100,000, okay, cool. But I'm not gonna be like, oh shit, I can retire now. You know, I'm not doing none of that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not quitting my job. It's not the lottery. It's not any of the sort. I'm still gonna have to work my jobs. I'm still gonna have to, work my hustles. I'm like, life is not changing just because you gave me $100,000. Now I might call in a little bit more, but you know what I'm saying? Like, but I'm not quitting nobody's job. Like, I'll pay for cash on a couple of things instead of making payments or something like that. But like,
again, you're not supposed to. Like I said, getting back to Kevin Hart and Torrei Hart, that was wrong for her to get, because you're gonna blow that in a year, especially just how this world works. Like you said, you got to pay lawyers. You got to, everything. Got to. At the end of the day, she probably came home with $68,000.
Yeah, that's not a lot.
That's not a lot of money, but he got away with that scot-free.
Yeah, because not the fact that you cheated on me. Excuse me. You left me, and you only gonna give me 100,000. And you're still on the come up. You're still on the road to becoming an A-list star, and the projections are pretty clear that you're almost there at the time. You know what I'm saying?
From what I seen on YouTube, it was like he settled that shit with her. She got child support and like 100,000 or 100 and some change. At the end of the day, after paying lawyers and all that, she probably came home with 88 grand. And then that nigga started doing arena tours.
Yeah. Like, that's crazy.
That shit is wild.
Yeah. And just like that shit that just happened with that coach, that NBA coach. He got like the biggest contract for a coach ever. And they did that. The way that they did it was that it went official after his divorce was final. So it was like, y'all did that shit on purpose. You know what I'm saying? Which on one side, I'm like, I respect it. On the other side, I'm like, fuck. You know what I mean?
Well, on one side, I respect it because for him, like, he had already, I don't know fully about that, but I think he already settled everything. And I'm not going to give you a dime of my future money. So I get it.
Yeah. Right. And he wanted to make sure. You know what I'm saying?
He wanted to make sure. Like, you already got this shit.
Right.
Like,
right.
Because
but
Sebastian Telfair, he had already said it, like, what ends up happening is they wait 10 years. Some women in the NBA or wait 10 years and then they'll get a divorce and then they get this nigga's pension. So he had to make sure that his pension was secure.
Yeah, but that's not just the NBA. That's period. You get to that 10-year mark.
Yeah,
that's always the key. Get to the 10-year mark. But we got some more comments. So Tamika says, you're not getting a decent house in KC for $100,000. Exactly, you're not. Glenn says, gas take on E, but all drinks on me. We celebrating that $100K. All drinks are not on me if I'm only getting $100K. Glenn also says, you're Kevin's special friend.
No, we're not. Because we're Yeah, listen. No. Talk amongst yourself. I got to use the bathroom on that one. That made me laugh so much I got to pee. That's crazy.
Right. So, yes, right now we'll just go over a couple of things. If you didn't catch the beginning, we are in several places. We are on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon, Amazon Music. We're on those places. We're also on YouTube. You're probably watching us now on YouTube or Facebook. And then we're also on Twitch as well. So if you're on any of those places, you can also, like the podcast, subscribe to it. Also, leave a 5-star review. Let us know where you're from and what parts you resonate with. Also, it's interactive, as you can see, so you can always, comment on the topics that we are discussing. Currently, right now, we're discussing the whole Torrei Hart signing on with Katt Williams on his next tour. Again, if you're just catching us, Torrei Hart is the ex-wife of Kevin Hart. And we were just pretty much discussing how we have our thoughts about her signing on for his next tour. And I feel like we are both in agreement that was a great opportunity for her. We don't see nothing bad about that.
I don't. I mean, I hate to say it like that, but like, when you know you got opposition, you don't give your ops ammunition.
Yeah.
Like, you gave your op ammunition when you sit your baby mama out to the side. Like, come on, it's like I know niggas that don't fuck with their baby mama. Like real shit, don't be around them. But you know what? They baby mama can't call them about nothing that they don't take care of. Just because I don't need that bullshit around me.
Yeah, straight up.
I got a homeboy right now. His baby mama live in fucking Tennessee. She called that nigga the other day and was like, "Hey man, I don't know what's going on. This tire sounding kind of wobbly. Wop, all this old extra shit." This nigga called niggas in Tennessee. Like, craziest shit I've ever seen in my life. This nigga called shops in Tennessee, told them the address, and said, pick the car up.
But that's what you do at the end of the day. You're going to have her back. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
That's what you're supposed to do, at least. Because there are some motherfuckers out here that be like, you better get it how you live, bitch. Like, you the one left me. You figure out what am I supposed to do? I'm all the way up here. Like, you'll get that.
I ain't gonna mention my nigga name, but my nigga 100, because that nigga did all that shit. I watched him do it that day. I said, damn. I was like, for real. He was like, yeah, because I ain't about to go on that bullshit. If I say his thing is, if I say no, I don't want to be that kind. I want to drive out to Tennessee and don't get to see my goddamn son. Like, I ain't got time for that shit. When I drive out to see my son, I drive out to see my son. I don't want no problems.
Right. And I feel him on that. And whatever you got to do to make that happen is what you got to do. And at the end of the day, your son is being transported in that vehicle. So you want that vehicle to be right. So let me figure this out. But some people don't think of it that way. You know what I mean?
I watched that nigga call niggas for at least 2 hours and be like, yeah, can y'all just pick it up? Like, he was like, here go the address. Wop, pick it up, and then tell me how much it costs.
Right. Like, can y'all say pay me over the phone?
Yeah, like he wasn't even on no extra. Like, he didn't give a fuck about what it cost. None of that shit. Like, that's one thing I'll say. Like, 100% that nigga was not. They could have told that nigga it was gonna be $3,500. That nigga would have been like, all right, bet. Y'all take Venmo? Like, He did not want to deal with that shit. And he told me, he was like, nah, I don't want to do that. My son way down in Tennessee, man. When I want to go see my son, I want to go see my son. I don't want to talk about this car I didn't fix.
Right. No, I feel him. You know what I'm saying? It's whatever to keep it copacetic. And if fixing your tire keeps it copacetic, that's what we gonna do. So I get it. Glenn says, I'm from Crenshaw Mafia. I watched
You an
that
African booty scratcher, Glenn.
Right. I watched that movie on Christmas. It's a feel good Christmas story.
Yeah, that's a feel good Christmas story. To watch two niggas make it out the hood.
Right.
The rest of them niggas died.
Yeah. We started with 4. So.
Right. Started with 4. We ended up with 2 motherfuckers, a nigga and a bitch.
Right.
And they didn't even end up with each other.
Right. And they had to leave. They had to go to the completely other side of the country. That's how bad that shit was. But yeah. So that's Kevin Hart and Torrei Hart and Katt Williams. So best of luck to them all. Side note, Kevin Hart's new movie came out today, Lift. And it was directed by F. Gary Gray. So I thought it was like just another Italian job. It is, but it ain't. Because I did try to watch it today. I'm gonna have to watch it again because it did not keep my attention at all. But yeah, it did not. But it looked real nice. They spent some money on it. It looked real nice.
That's what I was about to say. I gotta watch it because I'm not even gonna lie. I can't fault Kevin. I actually like Kevin when he does his dramatic roles. Like not so much of the action star or action comedy. Like some of that shit is cool. But some of it, it doesn't spark me. It's more childlike for me. And that's no downplay of Kevin Hart. That just shows you the artistry that he can do. But I do like the dramatic roles. I do like when he plays those dramatic roles because it's when I look at him, he's a totally different individual.
Yeah. I'm with you on that. Because he is a really good actor, and he does real good when he's not leaning on comedy, especially when he's not leaning on the same comedy shit that we have grown to hear from him for the past 15 years, i.e. his height. Like, I'm tired of hearing short jokes.
Right.
So, but yeah, no, he for the most part, it was believable, but it just didn't keep my attention. So I'm just gonna have to watch it again. So I don't know what that says about the movie or me, but maybe a little bit of both. But yeah. So that's them. So the next topic, it seems like the whole theme of tonight's episode is people versus people. Because the next story is another versus. So, and this is some bullshit. This actually trended when this shit came out. So, Stunna Girl. If that name doesn't sound familiar, don't worry, you're not missing anything. But if the name does sound familiar, that's because she is a quote-unquote rapper. And she also was on Baddies West. She was on Baddies West. And she was the one that fought Tommy on the first episode. And was fighting in the van and had all kinds of issues throughout that season. It was wild. But yeah, so like I said, she's a rapper. And I think she's from the Bay Area. And so she did a song where they sampled Ciara's Goodies. And Ciara caught wind of it and got it snatched down. Because I believe they put it on YouTube and they got it snatched down. Basically because she didn't get permission. So, and I mean, like, as soon as it went up, not too long after it went up, it got snatched right on down. So Stunna took to social media to vent her frustration and try to come after artists because artists are not letting people sample their things. Even though, again, she did not get permission to sample this song. So when people came at her, she was like, well, that was the producer's job. He said that he handled it and all this kind of stuff. But you still didn't have your ducks in a row. Your T's were not crossed. Your I's were not dotted. And the permission was not granted. Access denied. You cannot use this sample. So, of course, the internet was going to internet. And we thought,
I like how you said that. The internet is going to internet.
The internet is going to internet. Yeah. So there are samples of this song that has hit social media. The song is called Stand Up. I heard the samples and it is hot garbage. The chorus is, because I can't play it because, again, it's not a cleared song. Plus, I don't want to make your ears bleed either. So, yeah.
Damn.
But but the song, the chorus goes, I can make the dick stand up. So my whole thing is, yeah, we all in this whole era where we have this quote unquote coochie music, coochie rap music, this subgenre that's going on. That's all fine and dandy. However, a song over the Goodies beat saying I can make the dick stand up is completely contradicting the whole basis of the song Goodies. Did you even hear this song ever in life?
Lindsay, what I want you to do,
like 5 years old or something like that when song
what I want you to do, Lindsay, is I want you to look up, and I ain't telling you to look up the lyrics. I just want you to look up the chorus for Goodies.
Oh, I can pull that up. I can pull that up right here. Yeah. But I'm just like, this has nothing to do. So even if they were to have gone to Ciara, because we all know famously Ciara owns her masters, but even if they were to have gone to Ciara to ask for permission, she would have denied it. For one, the song is trash. For two, again, it goes against everything that this fucking song is about. So, let's see. Where is it? Chorus. I bet. Shoot, why is this pulling up? Hold on. Okay. I bet you want the goodies. Bet you thought about it. Got you all hot and bothered. Mad cause I talked around it. If you're looking for the goodies, keep on looking because they stay in the jar. Oh, yeah. That is completely contradicting.
Does that have anything to do with?
Right. I can make the dick stand up. Yeah.
I can make the dick stand up.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. So, what's your thoughts on this whole situation? Because Stunna Girl got completely dragged online, which she deserved every bit of it because the nerve and audacity of you, bitch.
Well, one thing I will say is this. I don't know too much about Stunna, but what I will say is you got to make sure what you're sampling is suitable not only to your audience, but who you are sampling. Now, I'm just gonna be 100 with everybody. A lot of niggas never got paid from samples. Let's just I guess I'll just take the cat out the bag on that. A lot of niggas ain't never got paid from samples, and a lot of niggas never worried about getting paid from samples because their music was still making them money. Mm. At the same time, it had to make sense to what them niggas was talking about. Like anybody that never asked for royalties off a sample is because they liked what you were talking about. Yeah. Ciara can never like what you're talking about because who Ciara is right now, and even what that song represented. I'm just not gonna give you the pussy like that, my nigga. So for you to even say I can make the dick stand up, the lyrics in this motherfucker is so appalling. Yes. I just sorry, Stunna. I just had to say this shit. The lyrics are so appalling that it doesn't even make sense for it to be on the goodies track. Ciara was so wholesome back then that she even made P.D. Pablo censor himself. Yeah. Yeah. P.D. Pablo has made records about beating a woman's ass. That's it's not a lie, y'all. Y'all can actually just listen to his songs. He's made a song about beating the shit out of bitch.
What song was this?
He censored himself.
What song was this?
His last album that he made a song about him and his woman getting into it. And he said, like, you know, normally I drag the shit out you.
Okay.
You made him censor himself. So for you to get on this and do, of course, like I said in the beginning.
And he did 2 verses. That's what makes it so bad.
Censor yourself twice.
Right.
If Kirk Franklin got sampled, you best believe that shit is not gonna be drill music. You know good and damn well. I'm speaking on a real level, people, because I want y'all to understand this. If Kirk Franklin got sampled, let's name me a Kirk Franklin song.
Stomp.
We got Stomp. We got what else?
Smile. Melodies from Heaven. Could you imagine the Melodies from Heaven?
Now just imagine. Just imagine. All my niggas keep stepping. Shoot them AKs. Them AKs. All my niggas keep stepping. Shoot them AKs. The switch, man. Like that shit would not get sanctioned from fucking. That would never sampled. Sanction that shit.
Fill them with the bullets, holy points.
Rain down on me, bang. Rain down on me, bang. Like, no, fuck no.
Rain.
Like, fuck that. That's why I don't understand. Like, she is. And shout out to her for being a talent that she is. You know, Stunna girl, you are a talent. But you gotta understand it. A lot of things ain't just gonna fly. You got to, again, like she was trying to make the argument. When I do songs with on white people's beats, they don't say nothing. They don't give a fuck. They don't even own that shit. It has to go through a whole coalition. They don't care to do it.
Yeah. Yeah, but I'm sure
the individual that owns their masters, and you putting something in there that didn't even represent what she was trying to push. Yeah, she has every right to cease and desist on that shit.
Yeah, absolutely. But I'm sure you can't get a fucking Elvis song and talk about making the dick stand up and they would approve it. I'm sure his estate would not approve no shit like that.
No, hell no.
You know what I'm saying?
And she was just throwing that type of thing out there. So I'm saying, yeah, it's a bunch of niggas that got mixtapes where they done sample music. Sexy Red got big off of that Tonight song. Like a lot of people fail to realize, like, that's how Sexy Red was moving in St. Louis because of that song.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, some white people don't give a fuck. That's cool.
Right.
That's cool for them not to give a fuck. Let you get a buzz. What I'm saying is, at the same time, everybody knows how black people got to move in any type of industry. We got to move twice as hard, twice as fast. I'm not going to let you diminish what Goodies was.
Right. And on top of that, black folks is unfortunately the representative for the whole race.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So if you're putting out this positive song about, you know, withstanding from sex, and then you clear a sample talking about making a dick stand up, like, that's going against everything that you stood for on this song and the grind that you did when that album came out. You know what I'm saying? Like, what it's just so wild that, like, again, the audacity of this bitch, like, it's just like, you're not even respecting the grind and the hustle and the dedication and the sacrifice that this girl, like, it's more than just a song. You know what I mean? Like, it's more than just a song. You know? I don't know, but yeah, she got dragged to hell over this shit.
I mean, because that's the thing. She shouldn't have said nothing at all. She should have seen that shit, and she should have just went on and moved on to another fucking song.
Yeah. She shouldn't have even told us. She should have just took the song and just, you know, lesson learned and put it on another beat.
And how I look at it is like, this is where, you know, you get niggas looking for clout, because now you doing this because you think somebody gonna back you on that. Ain't nobody about to back you on that.
Right.
Ain't even gonna talk about niggas in my generation. I'm gonna just talk about motherfucking people that love Ciara. It's kids that love Ciara. They know what Goodies represent.
Right.
And when I say kids, I'm just saying that because I'm a 40-year-old man. So I as a 40-year-old man, I know I'm gonna call you a kid, but you 24 years old. You still know what Goodies represented. Goodies represented. I'm not just gonna give you some pussy just because you here. You had a nigga. I really want to put this in perspective, y'all. You had a nigga that gave you 2 verses on this shit that censored itself because he had a song that was coming out later in that year called Freakily, where his lyrics was, tell me how you want it. Do you want it missionary with your head, with your legs framed on a backboard? Mm-hmm. This nigga had the most crazy ass lyrics.
Yeah. Freaky Leak was a wild ass song. That was a wild ass song. And I bumped
it. How you want it? Do you want it from the back? Would you? What is that? Would you?
Do you want it in the pussy? Do you want it in your hand? I can give you.
Because I can give you anything in your hand.
Freaky Leak.
Tell me how you want it. Do you want a missionary with your belly, with your legs framed on the backboard?
Right.
Like, this nigga was serious on fucking bitches, and he censored himself for that song.
Yeah, that Usher's and Goodies all came out the same year. I remember that. That was a big thing. And Lil Jon did the beat for all of them. And and Freaky Leak got literally the exact same beat.
Man, would you like it from the back with your head in the pillow so you can scream as loud as you
want to? Right?
That nigga was wild.
Yeah. And that was
Tell me how you want it. Do you want it over here? Do you want it over there? Do you want it on the stairs? Do you want it on the chair?
Right. And was dead ass. He was dead the fuck serious. Like, you couldn't tell him.
That nigga sounded like a derogatory Dr. Seuss boost. Do you want it here? Do you want it over there? Do you want it on the stairs? Do you want it on the chair? I can give you anything in your hand, though. Freaky Leak.
Right.
Monique. Like, he was starting to name names.
LaWanda. Right.
Right.
How you like it, Daddy?
This nigga censored himself for the Goodies track.
Yeah.
And you mean to tell me you think you can make a song called I Can Make the Dick Stand Up and sample this track and think ain't nobody gonna say nothing?
Right. And then this is the killer part about that. Like, it wasn't even like they tried to freak the beat. It was just like they basically pulled the beat and like up the bass. Yeah, it was the beat. Like, they didn't even like try to do nothing to the beat. Like, it wasn't no guessing or nothing. It was just like they legit jacked the beat. And then you get mad that the person you jacked from don't want you to use it. Like, what? In what world is that okay? Huh?
That's like turning Jesus is the reason to a fucking Freaknik song. Like, there is no way you gonna do that without repercussion.
Right. Kirk Franklin is not clearing that shit.
Jesus is the reason. Turn that around and turn around and be like, pussy popping this evening. Like, nobody is gonna rock that. Nobody is gonna do that for you. Nobody's gonna allow that to be something that's going down.
Pussy popping this evening.
Yeah.
On my penis, yeah.
Yeah, nobody doing
she
it.
is. Oh, yeah, she
Oh, yes,
is.
she is. Like, nobody's gonna let that ride. Nobody's letting that ride. Like, what do you think you was about to accomplish right there? I don't need no condoms, please. Like, no, that ain't going.
Right. None of that is occurring. Nothing of the sort. Ma'am.
She fucked up.
Royally.
Wonder Girl, you fucked up because, like, yeah, she is always. It is not nothing to, like. It'll be a difference if Ciara represented something from a long time ago and people are trying to bring up shit. Like, Ciara's always representing what she's been her whole career. Ciara ain't never changed. It's the industry that changed. Ciara ain't. Ciara represented that you ain't gotta fuck everybody. You ain't gotta, you know what I'm saying? You ain't gotta suck and fuck everything. The industry changed, not Ciara.
Right.
So if you think she wasn't gonna address that, you crazy out your fucking mind.
Right. And I just love the fact that she just handled her business, and that's just what it was. And she still ain't, far as I know, she still ain't said nothing or addressed it or anything like that, which she don't have to. I mean, the internet is doing that for her. Like, bitch, you out your motherfucking mind.
Yeah, you ain't got to do it. It's the whole thing about it is, and I'll not only am I talking to Stunna Girl, I'm talking to every up and coming rapper or a rapper who is in the industry right now. The whole thing about it is you got to make that shit make sense when you sample certain songs, because you can barely sample a nigga song. If a nigga pay attention to his music and he really has royalties over his music, he's gonna dictate how that shit play.
Yeah,
like I don't think y'all niggas really understand that it. For every sample that you heard, it took niggas actually sitting there making beats, making loopholes, and talking to the individual that originally made the beat to even make it happen.
Mm-hmm. Right, all that.
Yeah, I'll speak on. I won't speak on everybody. I'll just speak on Quincy Jones. Quincy Jones been sampled 1,000,000 times. Over and over again. He's always been sampled. One thing I will say about people that has ever sampled Quincy Jones shit, if it's not new age shit, I'm talking about back in my generation, the 2010s and lower.
Mm-hmm.
They have those niggas actually got stories about Quincy Jones. They be like, well, you know, we had to be with this, boom, 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 boom. And then, you know, we had a session. We had a session with Quincy Jones. Like, Quincy Jones wanted to be in there. He wanted to see what y'all niggas was talking about.
Right.
Before he sanctioned that shit off.
Right.
That nigga wasn't about to sanction that shit off out of nowhere. I want to see what y'all doing with this beat. I don't give a fuck if it was one pa-da-da. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, da-da-da. Like, that's all we had. And I want to see what y'all gonna do with it.
Right. There's a song, I forgot the name of the song, but it's a Wale song, and it was a single. It was off of that album, the album About Nothing, where he sampled Janet Jackson, and he says that Janet Jackson was like, she didn't want no cussing on it, so he had to make the song without cussing. He had to go back and make it without no cuss words. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So yeah, so some of these people, you know, they are really about the integrity of the way that their sample is being used. And if you want to use my shit, you're gonna follow my rules. Period. Point blank. And I can't do nothing but respect that, because it's a privilege. Yeah, it's a privilege to be able to sample some of these people. You know. Excuse me. Glenn says, speaking of sample, that Finesse 2 Times in BG sample of Gangstafied is fire. I haven't heard that song.
I've heard it. It is a good song. Well, we're talking about the sample or the beat. Period. The beat is dope, but we're not gonna get get on Finesse 2 Times lyrics, nor we're gonna get on BG's lyrics, because that's gonna spark up a whole different conversation.
Oh wow. Okay. But I will say that what's his name? NBA Youngboy, he sampled Bossolini. C Murder's Bossolini. Or wait. Yeah. Was it Bossolini? It was on the Bossolini album. I can't remember the song. But he sampled him, and C Murder appreciated it. Like, he came out and spoke about it. You know, and I will say he did do a good job. He did do a good job with that. So, you know, but like I said, like,
you gotta make it match.
Can't put anything on people's beats, though.
Yeah, you gotta make it match. And like what Stunna Girl was trying to say is everybody samples everything, and like more or less what she was trying to say is everything ain't original anymore. With that being said, I understand that completely. But if you take something that completely is what I did, then you owe me money for it.
Oh yeah,
I'm on my Boosie shit. I at this point I'm on my Boosie Boo shit. Like, nah, y'all not gonna. I'm done with y'all sampling my shit and thinking I'm not gonna get paid from it.
And that's the part that just really kills me, because we have countless examples of people getting sued, going to court to make this mistake. Why do you feel like you're exempt? Like, I'm so confused why this is still a thing. Glenn says, damn, you're getting good lately. You didn't take the bait this time, LOL.
I'm not.
So yeah, so that is Ciara's Goodies versus Stunning Girl. I don't have any final thoughts, so Jerry's final thoughts, take it away.
Oh, I'm glad that this is my Jerry. Not to say it like that, but I would say this. This beginning of the year has been amazing. It has shown us that we're living in an age where loyalty is almost diminished, y'all. Loyalty actually doesn't have any other meaning but it is in the dictionary. And nobody even follows suit in real life. And so, with that being said, I want to say that what we as a people have to understand that regardless of what the definition of loyalty is, we're supposed to only have two core things in mind. Will it embarrass you, or will it embarrass your people? If you understand them two key factors and you understand that you don't want to embarrass yourself or embarrass your people, it'll make you move 100% a different way. So I want y'all to really understand that, like I said earlier, I've been 100% correct of this year's the year of receipts. And this year of receipts, you must understand you should not embarrass yourself or embarrass your people. And as always, take care of yourself and others.
All right. Thank you for that, Jerry's final thought. Excuse me. Before we go, Glenn has a final thought as well. Loyalty is just a tattoo now, and most of them are ugly. Well, all right.
Okay.
So.
You know, loyalty and loyalty means something to everybody. Loyalty doesn't mean the exact same thing that I think of it to you.
Yeah. So that can be a topic we can revisit. But this is episode 107 of the Ish We Talk, and we will see you guys for episode 108. Bye.
Exactly.